What's up, guys? How y'all doing today? Well, baby, if your name is Christian Combs, it looks like you are literally trying to move out of your daddy's house. Now, listen, some people are saying that Christian Combs' beautiful girlfriend is preggo, to which I say, oof, I hope not. Not for Christian. I understand why you wanted to lock that pretty young thing down. Again, not saying Christian ain't good looking, but at the end of the day, he was a bargain, a steal, if you will, when he was a billionaire's handsome son doing it. Little scrawny, nepo baby, trash rap skills, but hey, it's Diddy's son. You got all the perks, and baby, I hope you ain't have to do any freak off mess or get any of the things that usually come with being Diddy's woman, right? You got all the perks of Diddy's kingdom, but you ain't got to be one of Diddy's angels, if you know what I'm saying. Daphne Joy wasn't having to teach you how to be Diddy's personal masseuse. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. So, what are people saying, right? Some people are saying that his girlfriend is preggo. I believe Christian would try it because, judging by the way he's been handling this whole thing with his father, it's right on line with maturity. I hope that with his level of maturity, I hope to God she's not, because do you really want to be tied to that family? Because, baby, how much is Christian Combs' Snapchat money paying right now? Again, maybe it's paying a lot. How much money do you really need to be happy? I'm sure he's bringing in 50, 60, maybe even 80 or 100,000 a month on Snapchat. That's more than enough to raise a family, right? But anyway, let's get to the tea. People are saying the real reason that Christian looks like he has moved out of his daddy's house to go play house with his girlfriend. And again, if he puts a ring on her finger and marries her, that'll be good for Christian because, baby, we all know why she with you. Yeah. She loved you, but she also loved that you were a billionaire's son that was highly respected around the world. But why would that pretty young thing tie herself to Christian? I know, I'm being jaded. It's love. But let me tell you what the streets are saying. The streets are saying two things. One, it's about Diddy's case. I'll talk about it on live. I promise. I don't want to just let this go in the video. I'll go live and then make a video about it. I'm telling you, it's not going to disappoint. But two, the streets are saying that Diddy is obviously having money problems. And even if you believe that mofo is innocent, even if you are naive enough to think that the feds tore up hell and high water in order not to file charges against Diddy, and you believe that Diddy's legal eagle team wouldn't have the DA, the district attorney, everybody's head on a platter, baby, you are naive and you've been watching too much Law and Order Special Victims Unit. Stop taking your advice from these faceless blogs. I'm telling you, every legal expert, it's not just me. The legal culture is filling. I am literally going to listen, I'm not even gatekeeping. Go to the channels yourself. Everybody is saying that Diddy is done for. Everybody with some sense, right? But time will tell. At the end of the day, I think what I'm actually saying is people are saying, regardless of whether you think it or not, and whether you think he's going to beat the case, innocent or whatever, hell is coming down on Diddy's head. And they are worried about two things. This is why Christian actually moved out. One, Diddy's worried that he's not going to have money to pay his attorneys. This legal defense could, if he mounts a strong one, could take a year or two to actually win the case. Again, when you get into a fight with the federal government, they do try to bleed you. They got 380 million people's tax dollars funding them. I guarantee you, I don't care how many billionaire friends he has. They don't have more money than the federal government, because at the end of the day, are the billionaire friends going to sink their fortune into defending Diddy? On top of that, right? So that's one thing that's going on. Diddy is worried about running out of money. Diddy is also worried about the fact that there are other lawsuits coming. Remember when the Breakfast Club did this whole weird segment about, like, oh, ain't no point in suing Diddy because nobody ever wins. I think the last person that won only got 300. And I looked at them and said, I believe the last person that won against Diddy was Miss Cassie Cassandra Ventura, and her family are trolloping around the world, finally enjoying some peace and some money. What are y'all talking about? So I put my ear to the street and I'm like, why was the Breakfast Club doing that weird, almost PR piece? Like, was it just ignorance? Was it them trying to make a joke, or was there something behind it? Now, we don't know what was behind the Breakfast Club saying this, but we can say that some legal people have said, and this is directly directed to that connected to the Diddy case. All right, listen closely. It's not what I'm going to reveal on live, but it's a little other tidbit. The feds are hot on Diddy's butt. It's taking so long because they are expanding the investigation. If you don't understand that when the feds finally take a bite out of the apple, baby, they're not giving you a second chance. Once they go and they close your jaws in, they want to make sure it's done good and forever. Again, this ain't a police investigation where you just rush in and then you argue in court. They want to make sure that by the time they get you into court, they have you dead to rights, which is why they have a 98.5% conviction rate. Okay, they don't get that rushing in because a few people and news agencies are like, what's taking so long? Justice, that's what's taking so long. But the streets are saying that there are a lot of cases outside the ones we know now of people that want to file with against Diddy. They were brought up to the grand jury. They have testified to the grand jury. The grand jury, well, not the grand jury, but people are saying that the feds are asking all future people that testified in the grand jury that have a case against Diddy to hold off on, because they are well within the statute of limitations, to hold off on filing against Diddy until the feds file their criminal charges. I repeat, they were asked to kindly hold off on filing any more cases. They're within their statute of limitations until the feds file their case, because they do not want Diddy to know what is coming or what is happening. I happen to have it based upon information and belief that there are other cases with even more evidence, more information. And these cases, these are civil cases, are threatening to bankrupt Diddy. And I mean bankrupt him. I don't care how much money he had. You can't hold off. If they are proven true in court, they're going to bankrupt Diddy. You know that if you don't have the money, the first thing they do is take your assets and sell them. So that's one. People are saying that might be why Christian is or did move out, because they know that those houses might be sold in a fortnight and they don't want the public humiliation of having to vacate them. So you move out now, and if they are seized and sold, oh well, we don't even live there, right? And if the dad has to go away forever, there's like less embarrassment and easier to. There's also the thing that Diddy needs to pay his lawyer bills. People are saying that Diddy plans to quietly put all of his houses up for sale in order to pay his legal bills and his kids' lifestyle. Also, he's hoping that if he can sell them, some people can say that he can take that money now and put it in different companies, especially because these homes are in his kids' names. Put it in different companies. So put it in different companies so that that money will always be there for him, and his kids can hold it until or if he gets out. There's also the third possibility that a bunch of legal people were saying that I actually wanted to discuss with you. The federal government seizing. See, here's the thing that everybody keeps overlooking that was reported in multiple news agencies. Everybody keeps focusing on the SMEX trafficking. And I don't mean to sound like, oh, that's nothing, Warrior. Of course they're focusing on it because it's one of the most horrific things that can happen to people. But everybody's forgetting that when I said something big was coming on May 17th, Cassie's video dropped exactly on May 17th. Okay? When I told you that Diddy was going to give an apology, I went further and told you what the apology was going to say. And I told you in the order the apology was going to say. And I told you the exact time he was going to drop it. And it dropped the exact time in the exact order with the exact message from Diddy. Okay? So you don't have to believe me. I'm just somebody running my mouth. Okay? Please go do your own research. Don't believe me. I am not CNN. Okay? Please go do your research. I'm just telling you what I hear. It just happens that what I hear actually turned out to be true. Okay. Okay, so we have all that going on. There is a third option that people are very, very much talking about, and it seems to be the one that Diddy is most afraid of. See, here's the thing. I know what people are thinking. Well, if the houses are in his kid's name, how are they going to sue and get the kids out of there? Because the feds aren't stupid. They deal with criminal organizations all the time. They deal with cartels all the time. The investigation was expanded to, and this was, I told you guys first, right? But reputable news agencies reported shortly after that it was expanded to RICO, to criminal organizations, to money laundering, and possibly dealings with the cartel, right? The feds aren't stupid. They've dealt with criminal organizations too. Diddy might have been able to get one over on his artists by putting things in his kid's name, but the feds will 100% seize all property if even a dollar was bought with criminal money, the feds can confiscate that property. And it doesn't matter who owns it. If it was bought with any of Diddy's criminal money. See, that's the thing, right? You put the house in your kid's name, okay? Okay, you did that right. But where did the kids get the money? Where did the kids get the seed money? Where did Chance get the money to buy a $20 million house, I think, in the middle of Beverly Hills? Ah, they got that from Bad Boy Entertainment. And where did Bad Boy Entertainment get their money? Yeah, that's what the feds are looking at. They're saying that all the kids are moving out of the house and getting their own places because Diddy wants to get rid of that property before the feds seize it in forfeiture. And then nobody will have that property. And the feds will just auction it off like they do all forfeited homes and money. And they'll forfeit it off for a pretty penny. You guys, listen. Something big is coming. For those of you guys that are impatient, listen, the feds wait to get things right. Diddy knows, his legal team knows. And the fact that there are still some people out there talking about, yeah, I haven't seen nothing. Okay, well, Diddy is spending $180,000 a week on his army of lawyers. So maybe Sean Diddy Combs and his defense team knows more than you and what you think. I don't know. Who you gonna believe? The man of the hour? Literally acting, running scared, and spending his last dollar on legal, or some people that don't understand this ain't an episode of CSI, and you're not gonna have this wrapped up in 2 to 5 business weeks. At the end of the day, I will say this, right? Time will tell, and maybe time is on our side. Anyway, y'all, let me know what you think in the comments. I'll talk to y'all later. I'll see y'all later for the live. Bye.